What's going on, everyone? This is Manny B Gaming, aka Manny B Investing, and we are on the YouTube Manny B Investing talking about crypto. And I just wanted to make a video about what the first issue of my newsletter is going to be around, which is the C.R.E.A.M financial exploit, wrecked for over $400 million. It's a big, catastrophic fail. Let's take a look at AMP. AMP was unfortunately the token that was in the bag that the hackers ran off with. I personally did not believe that AMP or AMP's code or any of AMP's employees or developers were involved in this, although a lot of folks on C.R.E.A.M Financial's page were alluding to the fact that this was an exit from the AMP token because it had been trading sideways for so long. I don't know. That story just doesn't really have any legs. I think it's just a bunch of bitter people that bought AMP when it went to like 11 cents, and they just don't see it ever getting back there anytime soon. In this particular bear market, bear run, if that's what you believe this is, I think it's just a bear market. I don't think things have begun to run at this point, but let's take a look at AMP and their involvement. All right, so 41 minutes ago, AMP tweeted, and before then, on the 30th, they had stated what had happened. So let's take a look at that tweet. It was about 10 a.m. The exploit happened about 8 hours before that, and they tweeted, honestly, I believe this company is based in New York. So they didn't even tweet first thing in the morning, which is really, I don't like it. I don't like AMP's communication to begin with. And I definitely don't like their communication when things went really, really wrong, because things went really wrong. When $400 million worth of your token, or not, actually, it wasn't 400 million, it was like 25 million. Let's actually get the real numbers since we have everything up here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 462 million AMP tokens. Oof. I think we can get our calculator out and take a look at that. What we got? Where's AMP at? They're just under 6 cents. Let's just give them the 6 cents, since a lot of people, that's a popular number for entry for AMP times 0.06 equals. That's millions, people. $27 million evaporated. Just ran off with. And they release a tweet. They're on East Coast. So not even first thing in the morning, they kind of got up, headed to the office, stopped to get some Starbucks, maybe a bagel or something. Maybe, I don't know, what are those sandwiches that Starbucks has? Those egg bites. I love the egg bites. They grabbed some egg bites, showed up at the office, said hey to the secretary, walked up the steps, elevator to the office, sat down, enjoyed their coffee and their egg bites. I said, oh man, we just got wrecked for almost 500,000 tokens and $27 million. Let's say $28 million we got wrecked for. I'm just going to finish my breakfast here in New York City. The city that never sleeps. Apparently it does. And then, let's get with that. Let's get with the social media team. Let's get with that social media manager, and let's work up a tweet. And let's read what that tweet was. What was the tweet? Recently, a flash loan exploit was used to liquidate AMP on C.R.E.A.M Financial. After an initial review, we believe the AMP contract is functioning as intended. We are working closely with C.R.E.A.M Finance to investigate further and will provide additional details as soon as possible. Let's take a look at the villagers. Sold all my AMP from my Coinbase account last week so that I could buy the new 3090 video graphics card. I'm not sure if I regret it yet. LOL. Tears. That's cool. That guy did he was unaware of what was going to happen and just made a move, and it worked out for him. Congratulations on the 3090. That thing's a monster. WTH. I thought this coin was the real deal after the Amazon hype. Is someone just playing us? What's going on, AMP? Looks like y'all dipping people money. AMP don't seem legit. Coin haven't seen it move at all. Every other coin went up, but AMP, time to leave. You got some replies to this guy. Switch over to Cardano and get off this trash network. Yeesh. That's a response to AMP. Yeah, and I don't disagree. AMP, I want AMP on Cardano, man. I really do. And that's another video. I put 20K into AMP, and reading this as the reason for losing 20% of that this week is disheartening. That, my friend, that's rough. You have $20,000 liquid to buy any cryptocurrency you want, and you picked AMP? What? Okay. Please, please, please take us off of ERC20 and move us to Cardano. Please, right now, to move AMP from one wallet to another is a transaction is over 1,400 AMP. That's ridiculous. And that is my number one problem with AMP and why I got rid of mine. I got rid of mine last week, like the 3090 guy. And I switched it to something else. That's another video. The worst part is that it has been like this for over a month now. I can't move my tokens. Those Ethereum gas fees, man. Those Ethereum gas fees are something else. But that seems to be the gist of it. People complaining about not really about what happened with C.R.E.A.M, but the basic issues that the fans, the retail investors, the American retail investors seem to have with the, oh, there goes my 3090. Got a driver update. Just have with the project. I find this really interesting. Loads of replies, but not from the relevant people. Where's the information? AMP is on sale. Yeah, AMP is on sale. But the thing is, you can't stake it because it's going to cost you a crap ton of money to stake it. What's the recovery period on your stake rewards versus your Ethereum fees? That wrecks AMP for me. And after actually calculating like how much money you would need to put in, how much money in Ethereum fees you need for each direction to go into stake and to come out of stake. Could you imagine staking, I don't know, 50, 100,000, say your goal was 100,000 tokens. Like there's a big AMP YouTuber who I actually follow. I like his videos. I just like everything about the guy. And his goal was 100,000 tokens, and he hit the goal. And I'm like, did dude stake it yet? Nope, he didn't stake it, and he doesn't talk about it. And I know why. He wants to remain bullish on the coin, and I get it, but you're not doing your followers a service by not telling them the real deal. Why don't you have all of your tokens staked? Because it costs buku bucks to stake it on Ethereum. Because it's an ERC20 token, and it's riddled with fees. It's almost like a chokehold, if you will. Like you're being held against your will on a network. And we didn't agree to any of this crap. But yeah, those are the replies. Let's take a look and see what else we got. 49 minutes ago. So today, I would say a day later, over a day later. Let's take a look and see what the thread says. The C.R.E.A.M Finance team has published their complete analysis of the security incident on August 30th, 2021 at the total. And they got some ETH too. They probably needed that for fees. Even when you're stealing, you got to pay ETH fees. Jesus. They got a Medium page. popular in the crypto space, bdm.com. Dear C.R.E.A.M community, partners, and friends, we firstly want to reassure you that we've stopped the exploit. Well, congratulations. Thank you for everyone who has helped us in handling this exploit. C.R.E.A.M Finance remains committed to our community, partners, users, and our vision of a trustless, you got that right, automated and capital efficient financial market. Our community of users are our priority. We are working with authorities to trace the attacker and have created a plan to restore funds lost. See below the complete postmortem of the exploit. What happened? At approximately 12 p.m. on August 31st, plus 8, C.R.E.A.M Finance was exploited for 462 million AMP tokens and 2,804.96 ETH tokens. And to put that into ETH tokens, coin market cap, Ethereum right now is sitting at, that's the price for a single token of Ethereum. Let's get our handy dandy calculator out. So 3460.80. What they get wrecked for? Times 2804.96 equals 9.7 million of them things. And that was probably, again, the fees that the attackers needed to pay to get the money out of the system. That's hilarious. Nobody's talking about that. There was a main exploit along with a smaller copycat. The copycat exploit addressed with withdrawal history from Binance. We are working with Binance to identify the second perpetrator. We will forward all relevant information to law enforcement authorities and prosecute to the fullest extent of the law. The first transaction exploit is here, and that leaks to Etherscan. The transaction of the copycat exploit here. This is the first time C.R.E.A.M Finance has been exploited directly. They got hit for almost like $700 million earlier this year. And it was an exploit with automation for trading. So it was like an automated trade between exchanges that basically purchased a coin that existed on another exchange for a cheaper price, take out a loan for it, buy the cheaper price token, and then take the tokens that you bought, sell it for a higher price on the higher priced exchange, return the loan, and keep the profits. That was the move. This is a normal move. This isn't something shady. This is DeFi. That's just how DeFi works. Lending, like programmable automated finance. That's what DeFi is. Decentralized finance. This is the move. The cool thing about decentralized finance, or just blockchain in general, is that all the cards are face up. You've got all the addresses, you've got the contracts, you have everything. You can see all the money moving everywhere. The value, the ether price, to gas. How'd they get away with that little gas? That's crazy. Token transfer, 100. That's big bucks, man. Big bucks. You can follow this. Links are available if you want to study these transactions, the tokens that were transferred, and to where, what addresses. So those are all the addresses that they transfer them to. I don't know if the money's still sitting there or what. With Ethereum, I'm not really sure. I'm more of a Cardano guy. Fully diluted market cap price. Okay, we got that contract. 1 day ago, out in Uniswap. So they're moving stuff. I don't understand why they do this. It seems like a lot of times they find the money. You can see it moving. It's silly to me. I'm still learning though. We're learning together. What happened after? We paused the AMP supply. Okay, we're working closely with the Flexa team to understand the details of the exploit. And then Flexa team, they said, hey, we ain't got nothing to do with that. Yeah, so they're borrowing. So the reentry opportunity related to the style transfer hook allows the exploiter to nest a second borrow function inside the token transfer before the initial borrow was updated. So they just snuck in there, snatched the money out of the contract. So like it jumped in before an execution of a contract hook, and they snatched the tokens out with another alone, like real quick. Like I guess it just wasn't fast enough. This was used over 17 transactions. So they just kind of just overloaded the smart contract. All right. They issue PEC Shield. PEC Shield security company helps them investigate. Determined that the root cause was the exploit was an error in the way C.R.E.A.M Finance integrated AMP into our protocol. So while unfortunately and disappointing, we take ownership of the error. You don't have a choice. It was your fault. Your security was laxed. You got to do pen testing. You got to test for this stuff, especially if it's the same thing that happened to you before. If you've had a hack and you lost almost $1 billion, you should probably put security first, and they didn't do that. We paused the AMP supply borrow function. We will re-enable the AMP market when the patch can be safely deployed. We are working with auditors and technical advisors to ensure that we can safely protect against similar attacks in the future. What about the impacted parties? Is often allowed during the exploits such as this. Within the borders of the DeFi ecosystem wins when the protocols are exploited. We are committed to the industry and our partners, and most importantly, our users. We'll be replacing the stolen ETH and stolen AMP so that there's no liquidity issues for users. We will commit to allocating 20% of all protocol fees towards repayment until the debt is fully paid. In the meantime, we will post C.R.E.A.M collateral with the FlexaAMP team to secure this debt. So this is one thing that I think is really cool about the DeFi system and these blockchain companies. They take responsibility. They don't go running to governments screaming and crying for a bailout and to raise people's taxes. They kind of just, hey man, we screwed up. It's our fault. We're gonna do what we need to do to replace this money. And they get to work, and they put it on their own backs, and they take care of business. They're not even gonna let liquidity dip for its users, which is pretty cool. Are there any bounties for the recovery of the funds? Yes. And if the main exploiter is willing to send back the stolen funds, we will honor our normal 10% bug bounty and allow the exploiter to keep 10%. That's pretty dope. They don't do this in traditional finance. However, if anyone is able to identify and provide information leading to the arrest and prosecution of the exploiter, we will share 50% of all funds returned. That is crazy. That in itself is like a business. If you're smart enough, C.R.E.A.M Finance will continue to innovate. I wouldn't trust C.R.E.A.M. Sorry. That's just me. Won't find me using C.R.E.A.M. You get wrecked for over $1 billion in what, 8 months? 7 months, actually? Hell no. Get out of here. Don't want you. Don't need you. A lot of technical stuff to go into detail. Just these tokens, man, these Ethereum-based tokens, these Ethereum-based smart contracts, like, no. Are all networks like free from exploits? Absolutely not. But I just don't like ETH because on top of all of this drama, you got to pay all these fees. You can't even move money around. I'm sitting on some tokens that I bought, and I can't even move to my wallet because it costs so much to move it. So it's just stuck in a freaking exchange. Yeah, what's the gas fees right now? Yeah, they're kind of back down to somewhat normal. They were like 120 something earlier. It was ridiculous. It was like $80 to transfer some tokens that I had. But yeah, I'm going to talk about this a little bit more in the newsletter. Look for that. But yeah, this is just me talking about AMP and their terrible response to what happened. I wouldn't say terrible, but they just kind of just left everybody in the dark. Flexa is the company. AMP is the token. Flexa is just, I don't even think they tweeted anything. Yeah, they're just retweeting AMP. Like, people are like, dude, talk to us. July 7th, June 21st. Like, I guess their whole thing is when they announce something, it's big. Like when you see them tweet, it's big time. It's a big partnership announcement. It's some major upgrade, something. That's what they like doing. They like doing that. When they talk, they want the talk to be big time. But this is the social media world. We are not dinosaurs. We're younger. We expect open and honest lines of communication, especially since we have the technology to do so. We have the technology to connect us in real time, 24/7. And you've got a company that's built by us, our generation, essentially, that's communicating like our parents would. It's just, I don't get it. It's silly. I think it's a silly stance to take on communication. People were really worried. People were afraid, and they were nowhere to be found. And then on top of that, let's just look what happened to their price. 7 days, man. 31st. Let's look at the 30th. Boom. Right here, man. Doop. Boop. 5 cents. I was sleeping, I think. Zip. Doop. This one right here, man, that was the move. That was the move. I was super sleeping then. I'm mad. It's still down. There's plenty of upside for you, maybe. That people were dumping their bags, man. They were panicking. You should have seen the Reddit. People were panicking. They were selling and they were, oh, no, it's coming back. No, not really. You were hovering. This is where we were hovering. We were hovering here forever. Let's go back 1 month. We were just 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. You finally get some movement. Oh, it comes down a little bit and we're still above 6. We're 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. And then, oh man, they let him run off with the bag. So it's like, now what? We trade sideways at 5 cents for, well, not we. I sold my stuff last week. I traded it for another coin. We trade sideways again for the next what? Trading sideways at 5 and 6 cents during a bear market is depressing. It really is. I honestly was just like, I had a goal of 50,000 tokens and then I upped it to 100. And then I was just like, you know what? Screw this. I'm not going to get wrecked by some company that's not transparent. That's it. They're just not transparent. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like their communication. Where are the partnerships? Like, they got Sheets, but Sheets is like in Pennsylvania, in like a lot of like dead city. Like it's in like northwestern Pennsylvania. Like, ugh. Weather's bad there. A lot of poverty, a lot of dead blue collar cities that just are gone. They're just like ghost towns. Like, we need bigger partnership. We need 7-Eleven partnership. We need something like that. That would get things going. So I'm currently not bullish on AMP. But yeah, this big cluster, man. FlexaHQ, AMP token, do better. Do better. I say if it hits like 4 cents or something, maybe I re-enter. But still, when I re-enter, I've got all these coins. Say I hit my goal, 50,000 tokens, 100,000 tokens. Then I want to stake them for 4 cents. But I got to pay what? I got to pay like 20. I got to pay like half my staking rewards to transfer it. It doesn't make any sense. And then pray, absolutely pray. The price jumps. So when I go to unstake the coins, I don't lose all of my staking rewards for the entire year in ETH fees. Yeah, it's rough, man. DeFi's rough right now. We need help. Cardano, save us. We got like 2 weeks left for the hard fork. Hopefully they change the game because I'm getting tired of this stuff. Well, thank you for checking out the video. Hopefully I didn't rant too long. If you have any questions or anything like that, please get in the comment section. Let me know. I'm learning. You're learning. We're learning together. Hit the like, hit the share. Follow us on Twitter. We'll see you on the next one.